perched high above the ground.
We can go places that the cars can't.
Officer Justin Hardy has a unique view of the city.
They say one mounted officer is equal to 10 officers on the ground.
Policing atop one of LMPD's 8 mounted patrol horses.
They serve and protect, and we do it instead of in a vehicle, we ride horses.
But before they can take to the streets, the real work happens here.
Getting them to respect you as their handler, he's kind of wild.
As head trainer, Officer Hardy takes his job seriously, teaching these ponies how to protect and serve.
This horse and all the horses here have to have extensive training that can make them safe out in the public.
This is how he spends his days. But when he's not wrangling a 1,500-pound beast,
Trot. It's just kind of hard to compare.
he's training a bird of a different feather.
He's like 29 ounces right now.
Natural-born predators, the red-tail hawk.
He's a juvenile redtail. Yeah, it's definitely a way of life.
Hardy is a falconer, watching as his bird perches in the treetops.
You can see their body and the way they shift on the limb. If they're like leaned forward and their head's kind of angled, they're getting ready to launch. Oh, there he goes!
Zeroing in on his prey.
It's kind of like America. It's just the freedom. When you go out with them, they're flying free. There's nothing that keeps them from staying with you.
Eventually returning to perch on Officer Hardy's arm.
So far, Dodge is pretty laid back.
Dodge is his 6th and newest bird. He's only had him for a few weeks.
You train them to allow you to be their partner in doing what they do.
While the hunt is a big part of falconry, conservation is the main goal. 70% of raptors won't make it through their first winter.
That's the hardest part for a young bird to learn, that first winter, on what to do if it gets cold or what to do if I'm not catching anything. So you learn it through its first winter, and then when you do release it or keep it. Hey, he's down here!
Once Hardy does release his birds back in the wild, they'll have a better chance of survival.
Come on, bud!
Not much links horses and hawks. But Officer Hardy says he's drawn to the partnership between trainer and animal, and the patience it takes to develop that relationship.
Both animals have more patience than we can even imagine. So when you're training the animal, as long as you can relate to their patience, you'll almost get inside their mind, and that allows you to work with them together as a team.
Unlike horses, soon he'll release his older bird, Aria, back into the wild, knowing he did his job. Now it's her turn to do hers.
You know, it's like you released your hunting buddy to go back and do what they love. Here he goes, here he goes!
From high in the sky to high in the saddle, always drawn to the call of nature.